contract.
I am here with the most recently evicted house guest, well, not even really evicted, rocked out house guest, Penny, who's here to dish the dirt with Michael, Corey, Joanne, and I on Extra Whip, now on Big Brother Cheesecake 8 Political Bait. Hello, I'm Andrew Shefsik Moonves. Welcome to Big Brother Cheesecake 8 Political Bait. It's day 78 inside the Big Brother Cheesecake house, and we are just 1 week away from crowning the winner of Big Brother Cheesecake 8. This week, Gina is the head of household. She nominated Alex and Davey for eviction, but Dustin won the Silver Power Veto in the Big Brother Staircase, very popular Silver Power Veto competition. He obviously couldn't use it, which means Alex or Davey will be evicted tomorrow, finishing in 4th place and becoming the 6th member of the jury. Who will it be? We'll find out tomorrow. But first, we are all here with Penny, who was just rocked out of the game in 5th place. Rhonda couldn't be here because she's literally right now with Scott and being fucked right in the pussy. And so, Penny, you are joining us, and we are so grateful that you are here. I know you've had some health issues for a while, but today you had a surgery, and we are so happy. Fuck cancer, yay! I love your tube.
It says puck.
Yeah.
I'm guessing she got it from. Yeah, I was gonna ask if you got it from the Stars game.
Yeah.
If it makes you feel better, I think the Stars put the final coffin or nail in the coffin for the Flames. Losing that was a big loss for us.
What a bummer. I mean.
Oh no, right?
Aww.
So Penny, you were rocked out, which is an epic way to go. Is this the first time you've ever been rocked out? I think you answered it, but say it on the air.
It is not. One of my first games, I still have iodine on my neck. I didn't even know that. Gross.
We'll take you any way we can get you, girl. Don't worry.
I got rocked out of, I think it was the second game I ever played. Ice Survivor, and I got rocked out because I forgot that rocks were a thing.
Hey, it's iconic. Trust me, I went out in the live game on rocks too. So it's a good way because I mean it measures up to your stature in the game. You really were playing a great game there, a little quiet, but definitely iconic. So good way to go out.
Well, and it's historical for Cheesecake.
Yes.
I was playing quietly on purpose, you guys. Normally I'm loud and boisterous and I try to show off that social game that I have, but this time I tried to keep it a little more under wraps, and it was kind of working for me until it didn't.
Well, it's funny that you say that because I asked Rhonda, because she couldn't be here, what was one of the questions that she wanted to ask you. And I'm going to say this. Well, I mean, anyway, I'm going to say this the exact same way she wrote it to me. She says, what the fuck was she doing the entire game?
I was making friends. I was winning friends and influencing people. I mean, I think it's a testimony to my play that Davey, who was not in danger at all, decided to go to rocks for me.
Yeah.
It looks like I was playing lazily, but one of the things I'm known for in orgs, and I know you guys don't know me very well, is my social game. And so this time I decided to just go back to my roots and just put that to work. And I mean, Davey was making, or not Davey, Dustin was making deals with me all the way through the game. Besides the LBA, he was making deals with me, and Gina was messaging me every single day and talking game and stuff. I mean, she ended up being kind of shady, but still. And then, even Alex, even though he had the final two with Davey, that's not going to work out. He even kind of pulled me close, especially once Brooke and Kendra were gone.
Okay.
Okay.
Wow.
Your social game was better than I think people gave you credit for. The strategic game was where I had a couple of question marks. So there were many, many times, and actually, I don't think I told Extra Whip this unless I sent the direct quotes to them, but there were many times when you cast your vote to evict, and you said, and you cast a vote 10 weeks in a row. You tied Javier for that. You cast an eviction vote 10 times in a row. And you would say, I vote to evict so and so. It's not what I want to do, and I'm really pissed off about it, but I have no choice, so here it is. And I was like, damn it. I can't remember the people. I think not Zachy. I think Glow was one of them, if I recall. I think Brooke might have been one of them. And I can't remember who the other ones were. There were Curtis, maybe. Yeah. I don't even think you really wanted Kendra gone, if I recall. But
yeah, I love all these people, and I think part of me just really hates evicting people. And a lot of times, I always wanted to be on the right side of the vote. I never wanted to be that weirdo vote out there. And so, when you know how everybody's voting, you have to go that way. You can't you don't want to rock the vote. Because everybody's going to figure out who it was, and it puts a target on you.
Yeah, it makes you in a Big Brother game, especially. It makes you stick out, especially if you were like only one or two votes against the house, right? So.
Now, one question that we're all dying to know the answer to is Jonathan was here not even a week ago and said that when it came down to the tie and somebody had to switch their votes, you told him that you originally voted against him because you thought that the public vote was going to go against him, so you didn't want it to tie, so that's why you voted against him. Then you told him that you didn't understand, that you misunderstood the rules for the tie, and that you would have changed your vote at the end of 10 minutes. You didn't realize it was first to do so. Was everything you said to Jonathan the truth, or were you trying to get a jury vote out of him?
No, it was absolutely the truth.
Okay.
Everything I told Jonathan was the truth. I completely misunderstood, and then Gina was, talking up her game on chat with me. So it was absolutely the truth. But the other side of that is I managed to accidentally save Davey, which is the main thing that caused him to go to rocks for me.
So, is there anything specifically in your game, Penny, that you regret doing?
Yes, I regret giving Dustin a couple of HOHs that I should have taken for myself.
Especially that one with the party, the birthday party. I think you should have taken that.
We were all screaming at each other in our extra
in
chat.
Our chat, it blew up.
I was drinking and wasn't thinking clearly.
But see, it did blow up, but it's like I understood it. It was like, so I don't know how people know what we all talked about on that call once the recording stopped. Yeah. But you had mentioned to us at the time that you were trying to play low. That usually games you are upfront and that you were trying to change your strategy and focus more on your social game. And I think in this season in particular, where you had, I mean, you could have had a HOH on your own there, but you had like three people basically that were throwing HOHs around, back and forth. So it's like if you're having a hard time getting power, a social game and a social strategy is what you basically have to lean on to keep yourself in the game, right? So I understood it at the time.
I mean, it made sense to me to kind of try and pull him closer
Yeah.
because he even at that point, I could see that he's a huge threat, not just strategically, but socially. He's a huge threat. And so I was just trying to win him over but I do regret that move. That was in retrospect, hindsight is always 2020 and I wish I'd done something different.
Yeah.
Do you recall who you would have nominated? This was week 5.
Uh,
I know. It would have, I mean, the two that went on the block were Brooke and Davy, I believe.
Yeah.
And then Davy came off, and nope, I was wrong.
No,
Davy
it was
was
Brooke
up.
and Alex, wasn't it? And then
Yes,
Davey
and
was the
Alex won the
replacement.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right. So,
I mean,
well, I wouldn't have been able to nominate Alex because the party twist was still ongoing.
Now, what about any LBAs? That would have blocked off something too, right?
I only had one LBA throughout the game, and that was with Dustin.
Dustin.
Really?
and that's the one they made on call when we were doing the party.
Yeah. That was the only one?
And Penny was
Wow.
the last one to do an LBA too.
Yeah, that's what ended the twist.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Wow.
otherwise, Alex would still be making them.
Hey, you know, we all had a good laugh at the amount of LBAs that he had. I'm assuming we're allowed to talk about this now. It's so far in the game, everyone knows.
Yeah.
But the amount of time that saved his ass in the beginning of the game is.
Well, it was
He
actually only
was
twice.
smart. Yeah,
It was
but he
only
was
twice.
smart. Like he jumped on it right away, and
Yes.
I would say he played the LBAs almost better than anyone else in the cast.
My whole thing was, I wanted a colossal advantage. I wanted to make an LBA, but the thing was, if you're trying to lean heavily on a social game, I wanted to be able to say at the end, I didn't have power, I didn't have advantages. I had this and I had this, and look where I'm at.
Yeah.
You know who else? You know who else never won a challenge? Sandra. And she's a millionaire twice. I mean, granted it's Survivor, but still,
Yeah. So do you think that the LBAs made a huge difference in this game? Because you played several different orgs, right? So the LBAs, they were binding, and that was constricting in some places. And with you only having that one, that really didn't constrict you as much as it did someone like Dustin and Alex and the other players. So how would you feel about another season like that with some kind of an LBA in place?
I would probably try to play my old game, and I would probably make more use of those, but I would try to think ahead as far as how those are going to affect me, when I have power. You can't just, I'm not gonna put you up. Maybe an LBA could be, I'm gonna throw a challenge to you if I can, or something like that. Or it doesn't always have to be, I'm not going to nominate you. It can be something else. It's just a binding agreement, and if you can get people to agree to it, then you're good.
Yeah, Corey and Joanne have been very subtly saying they want the LBA back next season. That's their way of. Oh, what? Michael, you say no?
Nope.
It is cool because in an org, it's just, damn it, my stars are losing. Sorry. It's really hard to understand, or to trust people, especially in the beginning. And I think that was part of the reason why I didn't want to, because I wanted people to know that I was trustworthy and that they could take me at my word. And you don't need an agreement with me. I've got you. You know.
So it's funny you say that, because it's like, I don't think we've brought this up in WIP yet before, at least not that I can remember. With the LBAs, like, it's about creating a bond with people and a trust, like, and it's on paper. But what happens in a situation where somebody asks you if you want an LBA and you say no? Like, did you have a situation like that?
Yeah.
No, I didn't, and which kind of surprised me because I was wondering myself what I would do in that situation
In that
if I would say
situation.
no, because saying no puts another target on you. It's like, oh, why'd she say no? She's not trustworthy, you know?
Michael's just going crazy
I
right
know,
now. I
because
can
like
see his
Andrew knows
picture.
the answer to this question. What do you do when somebody offers you an alliance?
You say yes.
You say yes.
Yes, every time.
I've rejected final two offers before, though.
That's different, but you never say no to an alliance because people will talk like that kind of stuff. But yeah,
Now,
It's
why,
sorry,
why did you shake your head before, though, Michael, to the LBA thing?
okay, and I think I maybe need to clarify this. I'm not against the LBAs. I don't think the LBAs and like the house situation, it limits limits options immensely in a lot of cases for people. I think it's too constricting. I would be great with LBAs by themselves, but as long as it's an open house and you're not doing the Hogwarts or you're not doing the political party thing.
Oh.
Oh.
I get
You know
what
what?
you
I
mean.
happen to agree with you on that one, Michael. It might work better.
But at the
Yeah.
same time, it also comes down to strategy. It comes down to knowing when you're making these, this could bite me in the butt later, so you have to be very specific about making it.
Right. Absolutely. And it's all about the language that you put in something.
Yeah.
Because I will admit, and I don't want to give too much away, I will admit the public vote, or initially, which creates an even number of votes, that was intended to be in play until rocks finally happened. Because rocks are very rare in orgs and in regular Survivor. So I thought rocks would take seasons upon seasons upon seasons. So I thought I was going to have the public vote forever and ever. And it finally happened this season. So I don't necessarily need the public vote anymore for that. So it's possible that I may rejig, and LBAs are potentially on the table for season 9, which makes these two very wet. So anyway, so Penny.
Was that a Doug sighting?
A dove?
Oh, that's Doug. Yeah, he just got
Yes.
back. He went to get some actual food because they have me on a liquid diet.
Like
Oh,
Dunkin'
yeah.
Gummies?
Donuts?
I mean, pills?
Olive Garden?
He went to a pizza. He went to a pizza place. He had pizza and beer.
Oh, that's
Oh,
good.
nice.
I like
Nice.
pizza. Yeah.
Penny,
I mean-
who are the stars playing right now?
The Kraken.
Oh, okay. Well, you're more than welcome to beat them.
Yeah, go
We should,
ahead.
since we're talking about hockey, let's make a
on
really
it.
quick, like, friendly wager or whatever. We don't have to actually wager anything, but the Leafs have not made it out of the first round since 2004. Now, I have zero faith in them winning the cup, but do you think the Leafs will get out of the first round this season?
Hold on.
Well, their
chances
stats
they're
are always
playing-
good. You can't look at the stats. The Leafs are always good.
No, I'm just thinking about like who they're going to go up against in the first round.
It's
And
probably Tampa.
Yeah.
Probably Tampa again.
Okay.
So no.
I think they're gonna play Boston and they're not gonna make it.
Yeah, either or, they're fucked.
Go ahead.
Yeah, I agree.
No, Michael.
as the non-Canadian, I will support the Leafs here. I think they can
Oh,
do
thank
it.
God. Okay, I don't have to do it then. I'll say no as well. I was going to say yes, but Michael said no. So I'll
I mean,
say
my
no.
team's not making it, so I don't give a fuck.
Plus, I hate Austin Matthews. I think he's a jerk.
You can use stronger language here. It's okay.
Andrew needs a
I'm not a
moment.
I mean, Penn,
Hot,
He's
but
an a-hole, an asshole.
there's that too. And I mean,
Yeah,
Penny, I
Just give
mean,
Andrew a moment.
Andrew always needs a moment. Yeah.
I mean, yeah, Austin Matthews is definitely no Jason Robertson for sure.
Oh, Robo.
He's so good.
Oh, we got Miro the Hero. We got Daddy Pavs. We got Wyatt Sheriff Earp. We
Wait,
got
I get to call somebody daddy?
you, do Daddy.
yes, Michael. Yes. Oh,
Daddy.
yes.
Oh, my nurse is here, you guys. I'm hoping
let
he
us say
can give me
hi.
medicine. Oh,
More pain meds,
say hi to my
please.
friends, Alex.
Hi.
Hi.
If you have to go off camera, go off camera. Do what you need
Yeah,
to
I
do.
do.
Wait. Can I ask you one question? Real quick. Sorry.
Okay.
So Davey went to Rocks for you. If you were the nominee, no, the other way around. If Davey was the nominee, would you have gone to Rocks for Davey, or would you just said fuck it and I vote to evict Davey?
I told Davey that I would go to Rocks for him, but in retrospect, I'm not sure that I would have kept my word on that.
Yeah, we had that's all
Okay.
right. I figured. Okay.
Alright.
Okay, so if you have to
Okay.
go, that's totally fine.
I'll join again if I can. If it's still
Okay.
going on when we're done.
We love you,
Okay.
Penny.
Love you guys.
Bye.
Rhonda loves you and misses you.
Okay.
Oh,
Oh.
Wait.
I can't figure out. Oh, there we go.
Yeah, she wasn't going to Rocks. Give me a break. Okay, so so we love her, but yeah. So I have a quick announcement to make. I always have at the final two or whatever. Yeah, we go to the jury roundtable. I called it that for years, and then Karen and Stephen were like, "Well, it's not really a jury roundtable if the final two are there." So I can't call it a final tribal council either because that's Survivor. So I had to come up with something different. And I came up with, because I wanted it to be cheesecake themed, like Extra Whip is the Extra Whip that Pat always is like, I want Extra Whip on my cheesecake. And yeah, it's true, she does. I even tell her, you can have my whip. And she goes, not enough, more whip. Anyway, I'm going to rename the jury roundtable and final two questioning as voted on by these three, really, Corey. The other two didn't help.
We disagreed.
The Cake's Back Inquisition. Because when you get to the end of the cheesecake, you eat the back of the cheesecake, which is my favorite part because it's lined with like chocolate chips and stuff. So the final two will have to deal with the jury in the Cake's Back Inquisition, which will take place as voted on by the House guests and the jurors Friday at 9:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. It may be a bit delayed because the final, as Michael knows very well, the part three of the final HOH will be Friday at 9. They will then, whoever wins HOH will have to vote somebody out immediately, which is it's interesting.
That's
In season 7, I think Michael knew he was taking Owen, but in season 6,
yeah.
when Corey won HOH, he had 24 hours, and in those 24 hours, Karen and Stephen were fighting hard to get him to take Karen, and he didn't, which was the right.
It was a situation where if I don't know who knows or doesn't know what happened. At Final Four, we lost the veto. Rhonda said, you know what, guys, you can evict me. So I stayed with that. And then when I won the final HOH, Stephen and Karen basically said, take Stephen out. And I knew deep down if I went with Karen, I probably wouldn't even have gotten a vote, except for Rhonda. And I mean, against Stephen, I only had 2 votes. So it really didn't matter in the end, but.
So as for the draft, Michael still has 3 of the final 4. Very nice. Davey, Gina, and Dustin. And Joanne is still in the game with Alex. Now, Joanne, are you worried for tomorrow? Because Dustin is going to evict either Alex or Davey in tomorrow's, Thursday's episode.
I have to admit, I've been going back and forth. I am worried, and then I'm confident that the jury members are going to sway it my way. So I'm hoping that Michael loses another person.
I mean, I have my opinion that I shared this in the Extra Whip is what I thought should happen here, but I don't want to. He'll see. Does this get seen before they vote?
I mean, yeah, but I highly doubt Dustin is the type to care about.
Yeah, but I mean, if I'm Dustin, I take out Alex because he's a bigger comp threat and I think I can beat Davey in a
I
violent
think
way.
the opposite. I think you should take out Davey.
I see
more friends
reasoning
than
for
jury.
both.
So Davey is a jury threat. Alex is a comp threat, and they're
yeah.
I don't know. I can see an argument for both. Really, I think it goes either way.
If he goes with Davey, he's got Gina to help with the comps because they've been basically playing them all together anyway. So why not, take Davy out?
You could have a game respects game situation where, Alex has won a lot of these competitions as well, and he decides to take him, but that's also a big threat to keep. But who knows what's being said behind the scenes here? Like, there could still be
I want to
deals
be
being
a
made.
fly on the wall in that house right now.
Yeah.
It's so bad.
Well, Dustin did say he's still at this time, at the time of this recording, he's still not sure. And Penny's back. But he did say in the NDP chat, and this is not really that secret, that he still has to call both of them tonight. So it could be depending on what Alex and Davey say to him tonight.
Yeah.
I guarantee you they're both going to say we'll take you to the end and not Penny, and not Gina. I would think that's what they would say. That's what I would say if I was Alex or Davey.
Did they give you more drugs?
Yeah.
Yes.
Quick, give her a question there, Andrew. Well, she can still handle it.
The only question I have left, well, actually I have two left, but who do you think is going to win the game and who do you want to see win the game?
For me, it's a toss up. If Davey doesn't get voted out tonight and him and Dustin go to the final two, it's going to be very very hotly contested. So I think one of those two is going to win. Who do I want to win at this point? I want Dustin to win because he's done everything right and he deserves it more than I think the other three, or yeah, not that any of them don't deserve it. I just feel like his social game and his strategic game was on point.
His puppeteer skills, you mean?
Yeah, that's pretty much what he was doing with Gina. I don't know. I even asked her straight up. I was like, "Is this your first org? Do you think you get nice points?"
What did she say to that?
Yeah, what did she say to that?
She stopped talking to me and chose the one time for the competition that I couldn't do.
Okay.
Of course she did.
No,
She avoided that question.
You don't get nice points in this game.
Well, that's true.
Nice points in any game.
You did say in your final plea speech, and this was very nice of you, that this game helped cure your cancer. So you're welcome. And I want the world to know Andrew Shefsik Moonves cures cancer.
Great.
And also, did you have fun?
I had a blast, and it really distracted me from things that were going on, and it didn't actually cure me, but it got me through a lot.
That's good.
You can edit that out, Andrew.
It was basically a good distraction for you. We were kind of talking about this last time, where it's like, now that you're done with it, you got to do the last vote, but it's like you have such hectic days on your phone, and then when you don't have that yet.
Huh? I got to drop off again.
Yeah, do what you need to, Penny. We love you.
Okay.
I love you.
Love you guys.
Bye.
Bye.
Okay. That's
So
okay. Go
is she going through any kind of withdrawals yet? Or has she just been focusing on this surgery because it's all just happened so fast for her? She hasn't had any time to just she's had one thing piled on top.
I go through withdrawals in every game I play, and I wouldn't be surprised if she does too.
Yeah.
Even with the illness, I think she still would.
100%.
Oh yeah.
It's weird because it's like, I remember when we finished, and I was like, some days it almost felt like something was missing, but then I think about playing again, and I'm like,
No.
There's some days I don't know if I could do it. It's like,
You might be back at some point. I don't know.
We'll see. Yeah, maybe.
Michael definitely will be. Well, he'll be invited back. Whether he plays or not is up to him. But
As long as I'm not on my deathbed, I will be there, Andrew.
Ooh. And Joanne will be back for Big Brother 22 Redemption Island. Joanne's tribe versus Charlene's tribe. Where half of you are with Joanne and the other half are with Charlene. Charlene will be Russell. Charlene is Russell, where everybody throws the comp to get Russell out. And Joanne will be like Boston Robin will win. I don't see why you have a problem with this. It's a great concept. And the host will basically rig it for you, like folks did for Boston Rob. So anyway, with that said, Alex, oh great, I'm gonna laugh now. Alex or Davey, who will be evicted, finishing in 4th place and becoming the 6th member of the jury. Find out tomorrow, and we will learn the identities of the final 3, and we'll have part 1 of the 3-part final head of household competition. Friday is part 2, Saturday is part 3, and we will find out the final head of household. Sunday is the final live eviction, where we will find out the identities of the final 2. Monday is the Cakes Back Inquisition. Tuesday is the jury will vote for the winner, and we will find out what's in store for season 9. And Wednesday, 1 week from today, is Armageddon Day, because Michael will turn 50. And it's the season finale, where we will crown the winner of Big Brother Cheesecake 8 Political Bait and award the $800 cash prize. I'm Andrew Shefsick Moonves. Take care, and remember, never, never, never give up. Good night.